Hello and welcome back to the Dairy Unit in Kildalton College. Today I want to focus on regrowths, average farm cover, and looking at the way the regrowths are coming back, and they are very slow. So if you look at this paddock here, and I'll show you, I'll just turn around the camera now later on and we'll see what growth here. But we're estimating here that there is a cover here on this paddock of around 300 kilos. So it was grazed on the 20th of February, which is a month ago. It's a month ago. It is 22nd of March, so it's a month ago. And if we say there is a cover of 300 kilos on this, and it's very slow coming back. So if we say that growth is going to be up at 15 kilos a day, and foreseeable future temperatures are not going to rise. So if we say we want to be back in here by about the 15th of April, which is about 19 days away, and we say it grows at 15 a day, that's only giving us another 300 extra cover on this. So we're going to be facing coming back into this with a cover of about 650, 700 max on this. So it's a big worry at the moment what kind of covers we're going to be starting off in the second round. So it's something I will just pan around the camera now in a minute and we'll just see there. But it's a big issue on farms, it's a big issue here in the college, and it's something that we want to keep an eye on. Our average farm cover has fallen. We're now at an average farm cover of 450 kilos of grass dry matter per hectare, which is worrying. Last week, even with all the dry weather, it was cold and we only grew at 10 kilos. If you look at our herd demand is 23 kilos, so we need to be growing 23 kilos just to keep the average farm cover at what it was. It was over 500, nearly 600 last week. So it has fell back to 450 kilos. So growth is 10 kilos, but our demand is 23 kilos. So we're going to have to look at this. And I've seen other farmers' comments, in other literature and other papers saying that they're going to increase the meal. So we're going to increase the meal here as well. We're going to go up to 5 kilos a meal. The good thing about it wasn't a good thing last week when we only 28% of the first rotation graze, but at this stage we have 50% of the first rotation graze. So that's going to help us. That's going to help us slow down the rotation to a certain extent and let the covers build up here. But again, it's going to be small, low covers coming back into, and we're just going to have to watch that. Looking at the herd is doing 24 litres a milk, something similar to last week, but at last protein it starts to improve. Protein now is at 3.35 and our fat is at 4.4. On 24 litres, that's giving us milk solids of 1.91 kilos of milk solids per cow per day. The SCC systematic cell count is at 79, which is remaining good. But as I said, it's a big issue what's coming back. The other thing I just want to have a little chat about this week is milk urea. Glanbia have been sending out milk urea figures to farmers on their text messages with their fats and proteins and their kilos of solids. So it's something just to have a little debate, open up the debate about what is milk urea. And milk urea kind of looks at it kind of looks at it in three ways. If you're under 25, it's your milk urea is poor. If you're between 25 and 35, your milk urea is optimum. That's where you want to be. And if you're greater than 35, then your milk urea is a little bit too high. So what does under 25 milk urea mean? It means that there is a lack of protein in the diet relative to the energy in the diet. So in other words, the cows are not getting enough protein in their diet. If you look at when it goes over 35 for milk urea, they're saying there's excessive protein in the diet, and this protein is being broken down to urea and is passed out in urine. So where you want to be is around anything from 25 to 35. That is optimum milk urea. Under that, there's not enough protein in the diet, and over that there's excessive protein in the diet, and that's being passed out in as urea in the urine. So where are we in the college? We got our milk urea there last night. Our milk urea is 23, so we're a little bit low. We need to be anywhere around 25 to 35, so our milk urea is 23. So it's something I will keep looking at as we go through the season here. It's something that you just might like to comment on as well. that is kind of where we are. What I'm going to do now is just show you this cover. It's a concern. It's something that I'd like a little bit of feedback on what other farmers are doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a quick stroll through the paddock here, and we see this was grazed on the 20th of February, which is a month ago. It's a cover of 300 back in it. Maybe there's a little bit of damage done. It was wet at the time, but that is what is coming back. So cover of 300 kilos, which say 19-20 days before we get to come back in here on the start of the second round.